Hey guys, RLC's Fantastic Plastic coming back again with another plastic fix for yous. Now, I'm nearly finished my client's Voyager build. I'm just basically waiting for the glue to dry. I've put it all together now. And once that's all together, I can then take the tape off that's holding it all apart and we can just go through it. And then there's detail painting to do on it. And decals. And that's pretty much it. So I thought a lot of people were saying about when I was asking about what I should do next, either the Enterprise D or the Kazon Fighter, and the Kazon Fighter won out. Alright, fair enough, there's only one person saying it, but it doesn't matter, that won out. So that's the one I'm going to be doing. Now I want to light this. So it's only going to be very basic light. There's no flashing lights or anything on it. It's just lighting up the windows, warp drives and things like that, and the impulse engine, and that's pretty much it. And if we look here, if we look at the instructionals, this doesn't have no window placements on here whatsoever. The decals are the windows, but these decals have seen better days. There you go. So the window decals I'm hoping will work, so I can at least mark off where I need to drill out the windows. Okay, because if you look here, it shows you where to put the windows. There's not very many windows on this thing. This is your impulse. The warp engines, that's your impulse engines, or warp engines. I don't know which ones, but doesn't matter. One's going to be orange, they're going to be red down here. Inside here, I was watching another guy. There's only one guy that I've ever seen on YouTube that's building the exact same model, and inside here, or is it this part here, it's got like a yellow glow to it, so I might have to do that as well. Now with these things, they are here, and I'm gonna have to do that thing I hate the most. Basically, I need to get rid of that. And what he done, which was actually a very good idea, if I can find out where I put it, there it is. Clear sprue. Cut off a couple of pieces of clear sprue, put it on the inside of it, and then it should put some clear orange over the top of it, and it should light up nicely. That's the plan. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but that's the plan. But the other thing is as well, if I'm going to be putting these window decals on the side bits and pieces are fine, don't need to worry about it. But on the actual part here, I need to line up a few things. So the main body I'm going to have to temporarily put together with some tape. Yep, okay. Throwing things all over the place. Basically, you put some tape on the main body here, and then put the decals. Alright, you just break off, that's fine. That's fine. And hold it together that way. There's a little bit of flash here and there on this kit. I mean, this is I think one of the original ones there when it first came out. I'll have to double check on the box. But there you go. And yep, no, get in there. There we go. There. So this, oh no, there we go, that's it. So I've got to tape this together here. That's the top half of it, there we go. Tape it together, but then obviously try not to tape it where I'm going to have to put the decals, because a couple of the decals go across here. There's a few down here, and a few on the other bits and pieces, and I am also, there's going to be some, I'm going to have to bits that go on here that I'm going to have to drill out holes with as well. and put some fibre optics to light up the windows in there, because there's no other way of doing it. Now the only other problem is that most of these windows are squared off, which drilling out windows with a drill is quite hard. So I might just have round windows in this thing. Is it Canon? No. Will it work? Yes. But we'll see. I'm gonna try. I'll try one. Do a cutout of one. Put the decal in place and see if I can get it nice and squared and straight as I can. But there's no. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, because some of these windows are extremely tiny, and when I say they are extremely tiny, if I get my ruler, let's go with number 5 ruler. There's the windows. Trying to get them squared out and leaving just enough plastic in there could be difficult, to say the least. And the only other thing, when I use these decals, I'm going to have to make sure that I cut as much of the film off, because the film has been discoloured. And I don't have spare decals, and I would never replicate that, because I don't know how to make my own decals. So, yeah. I'm going to have to try and cut the film off. As you can see, the film is discoloured there. I mean, it might be okay, I don't know, but we'll soon see when I try and put them on and see what it looks like. But try and cut as close to the actual edges as I possibly can. So that's the plan on what I'm gonna try and do. So I might as well make a start on it now, mightn't I? So if I look at the thing, I need to, so I can get this. Oh dear. Yep, that's of course it would just come off of me like that, wouldn't it? Yes, of course it would. I mean, why wouldn't it? And come on, get back in together. Get in there. You know you want to. Okay. So put that bit in there. Follow that around there. And hopefully that will squeeze together. Is there windows right at the front? Yes, there is. But I think that might be on another piece. Yes, it is. So I should be able to. And let's hold that together there. There and there. There and there. Okay. And do this back off. Oh, that's a very bad fit there. And I'm actually holding that together, and you can see there's a nice gap there. I mean, it might be just to do with a little bit of that in the way, I don't know. But that's a nice gap. Oh, that's going to be fun to try and fix. Let's get a little bit more tape on there. And get this in there like that. And there we go. There. Yeah, that gives us a rough idea. That is quite a nice size as well. You know, we're talking 15, about a foot long. Let's have a look, see if there's any windows on the back end. No, it looks like there's no windows on the back end, so it's all the windows are concentrated in this area. and on the bits that go down. So I'm gonna pause this video for a minute. I'm gonna get some water ready, bring my chair over because I'm actually standing up at the minute, and then get some clean water and clear warm water and start putting some of these windows in place, and then try and drilling them. So I'll bring you guys back in a bit. I'm bringing you back a little bit quicker. There's a few things I wanted to talk about. So effectively, this little piece goes on here, okay, and looking at the instructions, there it is, up here. So this is the front of the ship. We've got a window just there, and we've got a window just there. Okay, and it looks like another window. No, that's that there. Okay, so we've got two windows on that, but then also on this part, which is this here, which goes on there like that, and then this obviously all gets put onto the, oh come on, and I'll get there in a minute. There we go. Hold that in place there. And on here there's windows just there, another window just up above here, two there, and one just about here. Now the problem with these is they don't directly connect to the ship. They, if I just put this little piece in, if I can, right. This part goes into here like this, like that. Okay, there's the front of the ship, and it just glues in into there, obviously a little bit closer, but I've got some tape on there. But if you look at there, you know, and all the other bits are just going to be coming off the ship. So even if I'm going to be using fibre optics with on these windows on this part here, which I'm going to have to, I have to make sure I paint the fibre optics. Otherwise the light is just going to show through. So I'm going to have LEDs inside to use for the fibre optics on here. Now the only other thing is I need to drill the holes for where they're going to be. I don't really want to glue it all together though, that's the only other problem. I don't want to glue it all together, so I can line up the holes that I need to drill out in the actual ship itself. I think that might be the wrong one, don't know. But yeah, so this is going to be fairly tricky, and I've decided instead of square windows they're going to have oval windows. Like the singular square ones, they're going to be circular, and the longer ones, they're going to be oval. That's just going to make my life a lot easier, basically. So again, I'm going to bring you guys back when I'm ready to put the decals on this part and on the pieces on here. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I've now got my water, got my knife. Actually, I need to change the blade on this because the tip of the blade is bent and I want a nice sharp blade. So let's grab hold of those. And only one, thank you. Now, if you should I say the warnings about sharp knives and things like that? Yes, I should. always be careful. The amount of times I've actually cut myself is unreal. Right, so our decals, wait, up there it is. Tweezers. Going to need a pair of tweezers. Yes, I've unpaused. So, the first one I think I'm going to do is number... Really? I mean, really? Oh, goodness sake. Number 17 needs to be there. Of course it does. Right, let's see if I can just move this over a little bit. Yes. Grab hold of there. And move it over here. There we go. That's better, right? Right, so 17 needs to be in there. So let's get number 17, which is these right there. Now, normally, if I was doing decals on a proper kit or anything like that, I would say make sure that you cut as close as you can to it, but I'm not worried about it because these decals are going to get ruined. This is just so I can see the placement for the windows. It's just going to make my life easier. So I've got warm water, and I forgot something as well. Hang on. Right, just a few seconds, let that sit there for a minute, and I'll be right back because I forgot to get some cotton buds. Right, sorry about that. Cotton buds, essential. Right, so this should be ready. I should better just start moving that. And it looks like I can. Yes. Alright, move that out of the way. Get our piece. And roughly put it on as to where I'm going to be putting it. So you're going down there, and obviously try and keep it straight. Which it isn't at the minute. There we go, there it is. And just get the excess water out. There we go, so that's one window in place. I think I might use just a little bit of decal setting solution. My super duper decal setting brush. Just to make sure it stays in place. Okay, so there, I don't know if you can see that too well. Come here, focus. Focus on this. On that, there you go. That's one set of windows in place. So now I'm going to do a couple more, and the next one is Number 3. Okay, number 3, which looks like these right there, and I believe that's going to go 1 just on the edge, and then 2 at the front, and 1 on the edge there. Okay. And I'm not worried about whether these decals are going upside down, inside out, or whatever have is. It doesn't matter. They're not going to be there. I'm going to be doing again. I think I'll just do another 5 volt thing with, because I'm going to be using mainly not LED. I can use the 5 volt LED ribbon to light up most of these, except for the fiber optics, which I'm going to have to use normal LED. No, I can't. I'm going to have to use. No, I can. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Because the windows are on slightly warmish, so the 5 volt LEDs is a warm white that I've got, and I think the normal LEDs are white. They're not warm white though, so I'm wondering. I'll think about it. Because I might have to lightly colour the normal LEDs, just because obviously they're going to be too bright, and these windows are not bright white. They're going to be like a warm glow to them. So let's see if these are done. No, they're not done yet. Can't pull them off, so that's not ready. Let's put them in a bit more water here. And there. I'll do just a couple on video, then we'll see what it looks like after I've finished all of the windows. Let's make sure that's not in my way. I just know I am going to cut myself on them. Right, there we go, that's now moving. So this is going on the front. Like a so. Get off there. But we need it so it's even across the board. So like there. Let's soak up some of this water here. There we go. And let's push it down a bit. And just look at it straight on so we can make sure we are straight. Again, solver set, or not solver set, what's it called, microsol. Basically what the solver, the microsol does, it sets the decals in place. Okay, so there you go, there's that at the front. Now you can see the problem already I'm going to have, can't you? Where that gap is, it's supposed to be an edge of a window. I think we'll be able to manage it though, it's fine. It's fine. Let's try. So that window there is going to be extremely tricky. So with these ones, I might do just a little bit away from the center and bring it around a little bit extra. But it gives me a guide as to where I'm at. So I'm going to continue putting these windows on, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Alright guys, I'm bringing you back. I'm going to have to put a hold onto this particular build. On the, you see these ones here on the decal sheet, they go, I don't know if I can get this in shot, onto the back of these wings here. But obviously I'm going to be lighting these up, and I wanted to have a look at these to see if it was a flat or if it was indentation. It's an indentation, so I can easily cut that out and put a clear piece of plastic in there. But the only other problem that I have noticed, can you see the problem? Can you? Yes. Let's do it a different way. There we go. That it has not been injected properly into the mold, and so it's missing this piece right here, which is most of this. I can't even make a copy of this because it's mirrored, and to do that I would have to make a copy of this, put it in something, and then try and make a copy of it that way, and it's this 3 or 4 times I'm gonna have to make a copy basically to try and get this part done. I'm gonna try and see if I can contact Revell, see if they'll be able to send me out a spare wing, because it's pointless putting this together when I can't even put it together, because it's fucked. In a word, it's fucked. So I'm gonna have to contact Revell, see if they can replace this part for me, and we'll go from there. I mean, I am nearly finished putting the decals on for the windows anyway, which isn't too bad. But then I saw that and it's like, no, 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 no. Just annoying. Yeah, dear. Yeah, if it doesn't rain, it pours. So this model is going to be put on hold. As I say, it's pointless trying to build it when it's basically fucked. And there's not much I can really do with it at the moment. I'm just putting some setting solution on some of the ones that I've already done, just to make sure they go down nicely. There we go. I mean, because the rest of the kit is fine, it's just that, which, as I say, is ever so slightly annoying, but what can you do, hey? We just have to do the best we can, really. Dear me. So yeah, that's where we're at on that part. We're gonna have to just annoying, you know. You try and do something, then you get things like that. Now that I don't know if it's the seller's fault, because he possibly would have looked at it and he may have seen it, but didn't mention it. I'll have to double check the listing, but then at the same time I checked the parts and I didn't even see it. So I can't really blame the seller. And there's those two on there. Can I? Well, I suppose I could if I wanted to, but I'm not an arse. Oh dear. So yeah, that's now put a kibosh on things. So hopefully I'll be able to get another one from Revell. Trouble is, I don't know how quick they are doing things like that, if they do it at all. But you know, it's, I've got to try. I've got to try and see if they will. Because I mean, it would be nice if they could. I mean, I suppose I can carry on with doing other things on here, like prepping it for lights, sorting out all of the LEDs, where they're gonna go, and how I'm going to light it, drill all the holes that need to be drilled and everything like that. I just won't be able to fully do anything until I get that other part. Yeah, dear. It never rains, but it pours, they say. So I mean, to be fair, I've got a choice now. I can either continue on with this, do as much as I can, or put it on hold and do something else. So I think possibly to stop being so disheartened about it, because I'm still going to have to stop anyway until I get the part, is wait until the part comes in. Put this back in its box, wait for these decals to dry first of all, and do another kit. Yeah. So that's what I think I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to be put on hold until everything's all done and hunky-dory. Let me just very quickly cut that bit of decal film there. Annoying, yeah, it is, but to be fair, these things happen. It's an old model kit. It was done in like 2009. You know, so it happens. I want to keep that because, as I say, I don't need this part. This is the whole reason how I found out about that. These I don't need, because I'm going to be cutting those pieces out. Where is it? So I'm going to be cutting that out. I've got the top on the bottom, and then I'm going to be using my milk bottle and put a piece of my milk bottle behind there to light that up. And I think these should light up as well. I may try and light those up as well. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see. And I don't know how bright they are, or how good this plastic is to. I suppose I could do like a Raytheon lighting on those. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? There you go. I suppose I could do a Raytheon lighting on these parts here, just like that. So get some. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do with those. Put some Raytheon lighting on them ones. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully it won't be too long before we do the continuation of this, but I'm guessing it's going to be a good few months because of all of the COVID-19 stuff as well. The witch is cackling away back there, so just ignore her, she's fine. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye now.